All right, so there are several multi-tools that I felt like I need to talk about and go over. So we will jump right into the True Utility Titanium. And this is a multi-tool with an excellent design, but unfortunately there's some serious design flaws. So I just reviewed this. I've had a bunch of people look at the video, and before too many of you buy it, I wanted to mention sort of a warning that already my bit driver has failed on me. So I did mention in the original video, I had some concerns because this is made of 3CR material. So this is 3CR13 material. Some of it is actually 2CR13. So this is a very light metal. Now, if you can see on the back where these actually lock into place, the right side is shiny. Actually, the paint, the coating has already worn off, and perhaps some of the metal. So this is supposed to be locked. So it's supposed to have a 90-degree lock position and then a full lock position. So there's a dual position locking driver. And that's one of the big advertisements for this. So here we have, and I can just easily defeat, this is the lock right here. I can easily defeat that lock and push it over, and now supposedly it's locked into place by this arm right here. Now if I push down on this arm, this is locked into place like it should be, but I can just move it and that's not even touching this lock. So I can depress the lock, I can move it, or I can just move it on its own. So the lock, unfortunately, on the bit driver has failed. And so now this is basically just a Gerber, like a Gerber driver. The arm bar, essentially, is how the lockup is on this. So anyway, that's unfortunate. I did look at the other side. And again, these are sharp teeth. I didn't want to do any extreme testing. So that lock seems to be holding pretty good, but I was able to defeat the knife lock. So I actually was able to shove the knife over the lock, and it did look like perhaps, that I could see a couple of maybe metal shavings where it's already right there, where the metal has already almost like bent. So anyway, that is unfortunate. I like the design of this tool. I still think it's a good design. I just think it needs made of better material. And also I noticed that this lock right here, if I can get that to focus, lock plate seems a little bit off center. So I wonder if part of that is the issue as well, that it wasn't as thick, the plate, as it needs to fit in these grooves. Anyway, still nice looking tool. It still functions to some extent. It's just the lock has failed. So wanted to update you on that. Secondly, the SOG Peritol. This is one of those tools that I right off the bat hated, to be honest. I had read some really good things about it. USA made right there. It's stamped on it. This was made for like 15 years. SOG made the Peritol, something like that, a very long time at least. And it's got a nice design in that it folds over. Everything folds into place. You can fold it back out. Then it's supposed to lock into place. The pliers are, pardon me, they're not extremely heavy duty, the pliers, but it was a nice light duty multi-tool. And you had the small screwdriver, the Phillips, the thick screwdriver, you had the serrated blade and the knife blade. And then on this side you had the file, and you had the awl and the medium straight blade, the can opener of sorts right there, and the file. So, and I'm sure there's a bottle opener in there somewhere. Maybe that was supposed to be the bottle opener as well. But anyway, so that was a pretty nice design, and a lot of people have loved the SOG Peritol. People may not like the SOG tools now, but a lot of people always say the Peritol was an amazing tool. Well, when I first got mine, this arm, these nuts right here were very loose, and I could not seem to get it tightened. And so it kept going loose on me, and so I did a video about how I hate this tool and it's not a great tool to have. Well, since then I have worked on tightening it some, and actually it's been holding for a while. I think perhaps I need to use some Loctite, and it has proved to be a good tool, and I've started carrying it again. So I have changed my mind on the Peritol. I do think it's a good tool to have. You can't buy it new, but usually you can always find it on eBay. I shouldn't say always, but a lot of times it is available on eBay. And I think it's a nice, slim design. Now, the third tool that we need to talk about is the Leatherman Tread Bracelet. And this is the fake version. So a lot of people have said the fake version chips and falls apart in the metal and so forth. I've been wearing this for half a year to a year. I'd have to look at the date where I first released the video on it. I'm not sure, but it seems like it's been a very long time. Maybe it's not been that long, but I have had no serious issues with it. Now and again, I will have to tighten these screws, but other than that, it's been working fantastic. I was building a snowman, stretched the band, the adapters, actually lost one of the pins. I was able to find another pin, put it back together. I had filed an adapter down. You can get these adapter links, and I mounted it to a Casio watch, and the combination has been working fantastic. Do I use this watch much? No, I don't. I've used it a couple times in testing, and then usually I actually forget it's a multi-tool. But I have to say, as far as holding up, it's held up very well. Now, the next tool I want to talk about is the SOG Sync 1. Now, the SOG Sync 1, I have the Sync 2, but it seems very large and a lot bulkier. I really like the Sync 1. The major issue is this button. If you push against a heavy piece of machinery, it will sort of slide off, and you can potentially lose it. So what I did is I just actually got this piece of rubber, and I can see that I need a new piece now because this is fraying, but I've been holding that over there, and it's been holding it in place, so I have not lost this SOG Sync 1. So this is what I use for my belt at work and everywhere, and it's nice to have an extra multi-tool. And then this does have a couple extra tools. This has a pair of scissors, and then it also has the file, and this has a screwdriver as well. Now, the SOG Sync 1, as far as I know, is still sold on some stores. I'm not sure. It has seemed to be out of stock on SOG's website at times, but I will try to leave some links. Some versions were discontinued, but I believe you can still get some of the SOG Sync 1 multi-tools. So I feel like this is a great multi-tool. I use it every day, and those are a couple multi-tools I just wanted to get you an update on. They're actually doing really good. All right, I'll see you in the next video.